on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
We're following a developing story out of Moorhead tonight. For about an hour, police surrounded the Moorhead beer plant after a man they were trying to catch ran there. Moorhead police chased Artir Bagdazarov. They were trying to detain him after a call about an attempted burglary at a house in the area near the plant. Bagdazarov ran onto the property, climbed up a ladder, eventually getting inside the building. Police evacuated workers from the plant and stationed officers around the building. He was eventually found after falling off of scaffolding, and that's when they were able to arrest him. You can read more about this incident and the charges he's facing by going to our Facebook page and clicking on this story.
Be careful when you're on your computer and who you let on your computer.
You may have heard of malware. That's a type of software that attacks computer systems, but have you heard of scareware? It's called scareware, and that's because the malicious software on a website may not damage your computer, but it could scare users into giving their credit card info to scammers. Our reporter Molly Casey spoke to a woman who says this happened to her. And Molly, can you tell us, how did this woman avoid getting scammed?
Well, honestly, it was just her quick thinking, and she asked some really good questions when the phone call seemed suspicious.
Well, I was scared.
It's hard to go a day without surfing the internet, and Diane Farha often looks up new recipes, but she nearly clicked on a recipe for disaster.
I went to this one site, and all of a sudden I saw this flashing go, warning, warning, warning.
Farha had clicked on a website that had been infected by scareware, a tactic used to scare computer users into giving up personal information to scammers. The flashing warning told her to call a phone number, and a man answered.
I'm a computer specialist, and I need to get onto your computer.
Something didn't seem right. Farha had heard scammers pose as computer technicians to get people's credit card information, so she hung up. But her screen still said that if she turned off her computer, all data would be lost. So she called Microsoft.
The Microsoft man said, well, just completely shut down your computers, and everything was fine then.
Farha feels lucky that she knew better, but says this isn't the first time someone has tried using technology to scam her.
There have been people who have called me and said, we're from Microsoft and we need you to get on your computer.
Farha hopes her experience is a good warning to other seniors and says it won't stop her from surfing the web.
I don't see how this experience is going to stop me from wanting to do what I want to with my computer.
And I called that number that was on Farha's screen, and it ended up being a car company in Florida that answered. The woman I spoke to on the phone said that they had been getting calls all week from people like Farha and didn't know why.
You know, this story, it's so important to talk about things like this because the vulnerable population, you know, they are on the internet, the elderly, and, you know, this could have ended up worse.
It's true, and honestly, she really did know what to do, and it seems like a lot of those in her building have experienced the same things, but have also known quite what to do. So she was lucky, but thankfully she didn't get scammed, and it looks like she'll know what to do in the future. Good
end result. Thanks so much, Molly. A Crookston man was arrested early this morning after police say he set off a firework in the loft. That's a downtown Grand Forks bar. 20-year-old Isaiah Ramirez was arrested and is facing several charges over this incident. Police say bar staff restrained the guy until they got there. The bar was full of customers. Several of them were hit with flying glass caused by the exploding firework. Police are urging anyone who may have been in the bar at the time who could have been injured to contact them. Now, a question many of you asked on our Facebook page was, how did a 20-year-old get inside the bar to begin with? We tried to ask the loft's general manager about that and several other things, but he said he had no comment about this incident. The Thief River Falls Police Department is asking for your help to figure out who this man is. The police believe this man may be responsible for a misdemeanor property damage crime that took place at the Sanford Thief River Falls Medical Center last Tuesday, July 18th. In the pictures, the man appears to be at least 60 with graying hair and a gray mustache, and police say this is the semi-truck that the man was driving. You can find all of those pictures on our website and over on our Facebook page. And if you think you know who that is, you can call the Thief River Falls Police Department at 218-618-6161. 27-year-old Theodore Taiti, the man police say is responsible for a standoff in Fergus Falls, will make his initial court appearance tomorrow. During that nearly 3-hour standoff on July 15th, police say Taiti fired shots at officers. Thankfully, there were no injuries, and it's believed Taiti had been drinking before the standoff. He's facing 9 felony charges, 3 of which are attempted murder of a police officer in the first degree. Drivers in several cities across the valley can expect some traffic delays starting tomorrow. In Moorhead, people traveling from 34th Street to I-94 will face stop-and-go traffic while crews complete on-ramp repairs. Both east and west I-94 ramps will be affected. Work will begin tomorrow at 7:30, and although they'll try to keep them open during the work, crews may be forced to close on the ramps while they complete their work. It's expected to take up to 2 days. In West Fargo, 31st Avenue East from Blue Stem Drive to 7th Street East will be closed tomorrow. Crews will be repairing a manhole, and if you drive in that area, you need to pay attention and follow all of the posted detour and traffic signs. That work is expected to be completed by July 31st.